Hey, welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 102 of a YouTube show where I showcase my recent comic hauls, comic book speculations, and stuff from my collection. Alright, got an awesome haul for you. A lot of great books here. It's a big stack, a lot of great Dalbin finds, a lot of pretty big keys in here that I found at awesome prices. A lot of stores around me are doing like their Black Friday sales, Small Business Saturday sales. It's at the end of the year. Some of them do like half off or, certain amount off certain books. So I of course try to take advantage of that as best as I can. So we're just gonna go through the haul. Now, before I do that, do me a favor, smash that like button. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. More people will see this video. If you have any questions on what you see in this haul, leave a comment and I'll get back to you accordingly. If you like these type of videos, comic book speculations, comic book collections, comic book hauls, comics in general, you love comic books, smash that subscribe button. Get me to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2023. All right, G.I. Joe number 301, technically the first issue for the Image series with this awesome Andy Kubert. I don't know if I have any intention of reading this series, but I saw this. It was the only one left on the stand. I'm like, I'm grabbing this, and I really do like this Andy Kubert cover. So, pretty cool. And you want to see, there's a connection to the last book I'm going to show you that connects to this book. So, stick around. You're not going to be disappointed. I'm going to put this book off to the side so I remember. Technical difficulty. Hulk 1/6, Legacy 787, the variant edition. There's a wraparound on the back. I'm not going to take it out because I got so many books to show you, but it was pretty cool. And there's an introduction of a new, the 100th Ghost Rider. Dark Droids number 4, enjoying this series. And then Dark Droids D-Squad number 3. I really love this Zuckuss cover, right? Is his name Zuckuss? I think so. There's those two guys, and I totally forgot the other guy's name. You know what? Doesn't matter. But I really love this cover of this little close-up. And you see IG-88 in the reflection of that dude's eyeballs. Superman, number 73, second print. This was $1.99. I couldn't pass it up. This is their 4 cameo appearances of Doomsday that leads to Doomsday, his... Man of Steel number 18. So for like 4 issues, Superman, Adventures of Superman, Man of Steel, Action Comics, the last page is Doomsday's fist breaking through a wall. So happy to get that. I think that, there's one more in here. Batgirl special number 1. This is like an annual that came out in 1988. Kind of ties into Killing Joke. So pretty cool. This is considered like Batgirl's last story before, I'm pretty sure this came out after Killing Joke, though. I think, isn't Killing Joke 86? I don't know. I don't have my phone on. I'm videotaping. So I can't look it up. So if you know that answer, leave it in the comments. Deadshot. This is from a store called Second and Charles. Found a couple of books at good prices. This one was $1. Deadshot Beginnings, number 1. Pretty cool cover. It's a decent VF copy. Deathstroke, number 1. New 52. I always try to pick up these new 52 number 1s anytime I find them for cheap. This one was like $2, I think. I'm not sure if this is the second print or the first print. 00111. That might be the first print, but happy to have that either way. Cool Jim Lee variant for Justice League number 8 that came out, I don't know what year this is. I don't even know what iteration of Justice. 2018. Thank you, Jim Lee, for putting the date under your name. Happy to get that. Been wanting to get this one for a while. This one was like $2. Doctor Strange number 1. I don't know which volume that is. This one I left the price tag on. It was $1.95. I figured I'd grab another one of these. I think it's kind of chilled out, this comic, but I feel like it'll pick up again. This kind of had a little bit of hype when the images of Hugh Jackman in the yellow suit came out. This is supposedly Wolverine's like first yellow suit. Alright, and this was the best book of that bundle that I got at Second and Charles. This one was $2 as well. Suicide Squad number 49 with the Barbara Gordon on the cover, post Killing Joke. And a really nice condition copy. Only has like one little spine tick there. This book can go for like $20 pretty easily. Happy to grab that. All right, this is from a different Second Charles. I only have 3 books here, but they're all really cool. This one was $2. X-Men Blue number 9. Just got it for the Arthur Adams cover. It's a nice homage, recreation, whatever you want to call it, of the X-Men number 50 by, I just totally flaked on this guy's name. And I think that is X-Men 50 I might be the issue before that, where he redoes the X-Men logo, and supposedly he didn't get a dime for it. This one's a controversial issue. Can go for a pretty good amount. I had a $5 off coupon, so if you spend $25, you got 5 off. So that was 2. This one was 10. This is in pretty nice condition. This can go for easily 20 or more. Marvel Premiere Black Panther number 52. Black Panther versus the Klan. Man, wouldn't that have been an awesome movie? I think that would be a cool movie. I think we could use a movie like that today, where Black Panther kicks the living crap out of the Klan. Tales to Astonish number 53. Kind of like a 2 or 3 at best. It does have this little mark. They had this for $14.99, so like I said, I had $5 off, so we could say this one was 10. I don't have any early Tales to Astonish. I never tried to get them. They tend to be pretty expensive. This is the second appearance of Porcupine. Nothing huge. I just saw it there, and I was like, you know what? I gotta grab it. I can't. If these make it into the floor of Second and Charles, they get damaged. The more and more they're in there, people rifle through them. They move them around. The books fold on top of each other, and this book would just get further. So I consider this a rescue. This is an old, very old rescue dog. I rescued a 14-year-old dog with 3 legs, no teeth, and I'm bringing it home, taking care of it. I put an extra board in the back. I rebagged it, and I'm going to put it with my other Tales to Astonish so it can play and corral with them. So happy to grab that. All right. This is the dollar bin at my local LCS. Found some really cool stuff. Rocket Raccoon number 2. That was pretty cool for $1. Really nice condition. And they had Rocket Raccoon number 2 in a newsstand. A little bit less of a condition. Still nice, but like if this is like a VF, and I would say this is like a fine plus. Couldn't pass them up. Had to grab them both. Amazing Spider-Man number 17. First appearance of Wreck Rap. He looks like a big cartoony Spider-Man. He looks like a Battletoad a little bit. This one is in decent condition. It's like a fine, but I bet if it got pressed and cleaned and all that, this could be like a VF. Amazing Spider-Man 301. It's the Spider-Man Classic reprint. But it's that iconic Tom McFarlane cover where he did, excuse me. Tom McFarlane took his Spider-Man 300 cover, where Spider-Man's in the black suit and has a 300 background, and 301 because he brings back the classic suit. He retires the black suit after Spider-Man fights Venom, and Amazing Spider-Man 301 has the iconic cover of this. I have the regular first print of this in my collection. That book can go for like $100. It's a hard book to get in good condition. This is pretty cool to get in the dollar bin for, this reprint. This was pretty cool to grab as well. Spawn number 51 in a newsstand. So it's like a VF copy. It's one of those, again, these white covers and everything like that. They could be very friendly to a presser, the person who cleans and presses books. So this could be, in theory, like easily a near mint. Spawn number 23. Anytime, if I see Spawn in a dollar bin, I'm going to grab them. I just think that's it's a no-brainer to grab. Red Lantern number 51. Red Lantern number 1 from the new 52. Looks a little bit Christmassy. It's perfectly seasonal. We got the little red with the green and the white. Again, another new 52 book, number 1. Couldn't pass it up. This is pretty cool, too. Simpsons number 164. Happy to grab that one. This is from 2010. I don't know how much later the series goes, but I thought that was a good get. Death of Venomverse #2, the variant edition. It's kind of like, I forgot what they call these. Black Cat designed by Vincenzo Caruto. I probably butchered that man's name. But this is the first appearance, I think, of Kid Venom. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 2000. Thought that was cool. Couldn't pass that up. This book, I swore this book picked up a bit. And it's a cool cover. It's funny. You'd see, doesn't it look a little bit like an Adam Hughes cover? It's not. Scarlet Witch #7 variant edition. I don't know if it's the first appearance of this character, but then I got She-Hulk #8 in this awesome Howard the Duck cover variant edition. Couldn't pass it up. I don't know. I guess it's like a dual variant. I don't know what that is, but I thought it was a cool Howard Duck again for $1. Scooby the Apocalypse #4, awesome Jim Lee cover. Silver Surfer 120 in a newsstand. If I find any post 100 Silver Surfer, especially in the dollar bin, those are coming home with me. The series, like the print run, just drops. They're hard to come by. Happy to get it. Now, I thought this was awesome in a dollar bin. Sensational She-Hulk #5 with this fun Flintstones parody cover. Again, just normally a book like this would be like $5 to $10 at most comic stores, and this is in immaculate condition. So I would say I got a discount in the end, so this was pretty good price. It was like $10 or less. I don't know. So there was a lot of books I just showed you that were, technically $1 each. Now this set I'm going to show you guys is awesome. They had like bundles in a bin, like collections, either full run miniseries or, different storylines. And I saw this and I couldn't believe it. They had it for $19.95. In the end, I basically paid $16 for this. So I'm going to show you guys this. I couldn't pass it up. Green Lantern 207, Green Lantern Corpse in the newsstand. These are all newsstand copies, and they're all nice condition. I would say VF near mint, VF to VF near mint, maybe even near mint. 206 with an awesome Kilowog Black Hand cover. 205, again, newsstand. 204, this is an awesome cover. I think this cover has been used I know there's a Detective Comics cover with the Rogues Gallery. This has been used a bunch of times, this type of famous layout. So really cool. I've never seen this cover before, so happy to grab that. Green Lantern 203. This is a really cool cover. I think it's Gnort. Gnort, but the cover is funny because it makes it look like the Guardian is giving Mickey Mouse a Green Lantern ring. And because look at the glove. I mean, it's straight up cartoon glove for, classic. Really fun. Second amazing issue, they changed the series. Instead of starting over, the series starts at 201. Green Lantern Corpse 202, newsstand. This character is ridiculous. He's like a walking truck. All right, I'm going to show you this one first, and then I'll show you why I had no choice but to grab this. Green Lantern 200. Now remember, this is the series changes to Green Lantern Corpse in the next issue. Again, in the newsstand. This was awesome. All right. This was an amazing get. This is like easily a $50 book all day, every day. This is in really nice condition. This is probably the best condition comic out of the group. It was the only one in a bag. Green Lantern Corpse 201. Now, if you watched my previous video, my last video, I actually got a copy of this for $5 at a comic convention. I thought that was an amazing deal. And that one is not as nice condition. It's got like some tanning and everything like that. This thing is super clean. There's no sun damage, nothing. It's white. It's in a newsstand. First appearance, Kilowog. Like I said, that whole set of, what is it, 7 books? So, and that one, so 7 books for $16, just a little over $2 each. That's amazing. So, really happy to get that. All right. This is at a different store. They were having a half off sale as well. Anything 20 and under. I was going through the dollar bins. I found some cool stuff. Avengers Unplugged. So this was 50 cents. The back of it is a Spider-Man comic. It's interesting. Been wanting to find this one for a while. This one can go for like $10 more. I know, it's just because of the cover. Because there's like hot babes as the Kiss characters on the cover. If you just wanted a girl Peter Criss or girl Demon or girl Star Child, this is your comic. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. So this one was $1.50. Really nice condition. Infinity Inc. versus Helix. This is the second appearance of this character. I forgot. Todd McFarlane. So this was $5. I have for 10. Really nice condition. They didn't have 16. That's the bigger issue. That one goes for a lot because they think like this character, Mr. Bones, that's his first appearance in that issue. So this is his second appearance. And I feel like this is when you start to really see Todd McFarlane's art shine through. Like if you look at those early Infinity Inks where Todd McFarlane draws it, it's just not there yet. But you start to see like the cape and everything in the background. That 16 can go for a pretty penny. I'm keeping my eye out for that one. And then I got this other book. Got this one for $2, Alien Legion #1. This book's picking up. And then some more dollar bin ones. So this was 50 cents. Couldn't pass this up. Adventures of Superman, Power to the Parasite, DC Universe logo. This was anytime I see like Archie books that are kind of like innuendo, I'll grab them. Again, 50 cents. Betty, what do you think of my catch? Fantastic, Veronica. And I think your fish is pretty neat too. Get it? Get it, gut? And then this one is a really good get as well. X Factor 23. First appearance of Archangel. So happy to grab that. It's considered a cameo appearance. He is in the book a couple of pages and panels. I think 24 is the one with him on the cover. So, but for 50 cents, that's a great get. Happy to grab that. So all those books, like with the Legion book I showed you that I had to edit in, and the Infinity and this and everything, that came out to like $11 with tax. So I thought that was a really good get. All right, and then this was at my LCS. They were having a Black Friday sale. I went there today to pick up some books. I didn't really spend too much, but again, 40% off back issues. I couldn't pass this up. Amazing Spider-Man #14. So this was $4.99 when it came out. I figured they had 2 of them. I'm going to grab them. So they were a little bit like, $2.75, $3 each. For key significance of this book, first appearance of All Hallows Eve. It's not going for an insane amount. I say this is me doing pure speculation. Just put it to the side. See what happens. It's a cool character. She has a cool design. I could see a lot of cosplayers dressing up like her. So we'll see what happens. I could see her showing up in cartoons. They're already making an action figure of her. I think it's always good to get a first appearance of a Spider-Man villain, especially one that is going to get used and gets her own series and everything. So happy to grab that. This came out to 6 with the discount, so it was 10. Amazing Spider-Man 262. It's one of those books I've just been passing up for years. I want to find in a decent condition. I don't want to spend too much on it, but I thought that's a fine price. It is basically the key significance of Amazing Spider-Man 262 is really this photo cover. I thought these were pretty good. These were basically, they were only charging the price $3.99, so 40% off of $3.99. What is that, like $2.25? I don't know. But Amazing Spider-Man $7.98 variant edition, and then Amazing Spider-Man variant edition second printing for $7.99. These books can go for a decent amount. I was looking it up, so happy to grab those. All right, that's it for that store. And then I went to another store, and they gave me a nice little hookup on these books. So the prices, it doesn't matter. But Iceman #4, This is just the last issue of the miniseries. I figured why not grab that. This is pretty cool. This is a nice author. I'm going to open this up. It's an Author Adams cover. So this is X-Men Movie Special. It's a nice condition copy. It's like a VF near mint. X-Men Movie Special, #1, Wizards of the Coast exclusive. It's got an awesome Arthur Adams variant, wraparound cover. So really happy to grab that. I think, the next year, the only Marvel movie that's coming out is Deadpool. And I think the X-Men are going to play a big factor in it. So, especially the Fox X-Men movie with that cast and everything. So I feel like you're going to see a resurgence on any of the X-Men specials that came out around that time. Star Wars, Captain and K2SO. This one's for $1. Rogue One. This is #1. This was a special. I had the miniseries. I kind of forgot to get this. 10 go for anywhere from like $5 to $10. Happy to grab that. I imagine when Andor Season 2 comes back, this book will naturally just go up because of the interest. Grabbed this guy. Figured I'd grab one of these all day, every day. Wolverine 36. I saw this in the dollar bin. I couldn't pass this up. Sealed copy of Superman 75. Not bad. Bag's in nice shape. This book, on average, can go. It's funny. I see it go for like $25 in stores. I think that's a big ass. Definitely easily $10 all day, every day. I mean, this book is, I remember when I do own 2 copies of this when it came out. I bought one to open and one to keep sealed. I still have the one sealed. The one to open, there was a lot of fun stuff. It came with an armband, a newspaper. There was something else in there. I mean, it was a huge deal with Superman's death. And then this was the big book of that group. I couldn't pass this one up. DC, this was not in the dollar bin. This was like, I think he had it for 40, but it was in a half off bin. So it was 20, but I got a big discount and everything in the end. I don't remember what I paid. It was a lot cheaper. But happy to grab this. Superman, this book was a bigger deal a while back. It's kind of calmed down because the whole Black Adam thing. That movie came and went. It didn't really do numbers or anything like that. But Black Adam's still a big character. This is considered, I think, like his second appearance or second modern appearance. DC Comics Presents #49. Happy to grab that. All right, and here's the last group of books. This was at a half-off sale. And they had some really cool stuff there. And I found some pretty big books in here. Chippendales #1. So again, it says 5. It was $2.50. Did you guys see that movie that came out from Disney Plus a couple years ago? I thought it was a lot of fun. And any of these cartoon books, if I find like the first issue or anything like that, and it, for cheap, I'm gonna pick it up. I thought this would be a good get. Dazzler #22 for $2.50. Again, kind of like a long-term spec. We'll see if anything comes out of this, but this is an early appearance of Rogue. As you can see, she still has her weird hair they gave her. This is like her villainous era still. She's not this, so this is like not too much after Avengers Annual 10. So I thought that was a good get. This is pretty cool. So this came out to 3 Adventures of Superman, $4.96 in the newsstand. Pretty much a mint condition copy. This is another of the 4 Doomsday trying to break the wall down before his appearance in Man of Steel 18. So happy to grab that. These were cool for $10 each. They're in nice condition. Really nice condition. They had it for Fine Plus. I would say this is a VF very easily. So I think they were being very conservative on their grading, and I'm glad they were. Fantastic Four 102. Key significance of this book. I think there's something that goes on here, but the big one is this is the last issue in the legendary Stan Lee Jack Kirby run. It ran 102 issues, and this is the final one. So I was happy to grab that. And then I grabbed this one for 10. It has a dog ear here, but everything else, it's still really nice condition. 104. Magneto cover. Magneto is in issue 102 as well. Happy to grab that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that is Magneto. He looks odd in this book. Happy to grab that. This was pretty cool for 5, says 10, but like I said, half off. Superman and Swamp Thing. Key significance of this book, besides it having an awesome cover from is this? Veitch? Yeah. It's Alan Moore wrote it. It's his. I don't know if this is his first Superman story. It might be, but it's also the first mentioning of Kal Ellis, which was like an alternate name for Superman, I think, or I don't know. And Ellis, or I think his name's Calvin Ellis, I think, that ends up becoming later on the Superman from like Action Comics #9, the Grant Morrison storyline. It's kind of funny how Grant Morrison really took, and I could be wrong here, took a lot of stuff from Alan Moore in DC and kind of, carried the baton. So, pretty cool. An amazing cover. This one was 3. This book was picking up for a bit. This is when Dazzler joins the X-Men. It's got an interesting Arthur Adams cover. Happy to grab that. This one, I feel like I paid more than I wanted to on this book. But it's in decent condition. It was half off. And it's the first appearance of Ghost. I was like, it is. So it says 18. I paid 9. And I would rather paid a lot less for this book. But, she's coming back in Thunderbolts. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. It usually goes for a lot. Not like too crazy. I mean, it's not like, oh my God, $25 on average. $20 on average. So to get it for 9, I thought was still a great price. All right, here are the last couple of books. Thank you for sticking around. Again, if you like what you see, smash that like button. If you have any questions on anything you saw, leave a comment. I'll get back to you accordingly. If you like these type of videos, you love comic books and all that stuff, hit that subscribe button. Get me to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2023. I've been wanting to get this book for probably since I was a little kid. I've been wanting this book forever. I found this in the store. So again, they have for $25. I paid $12.50 for it. It was half off. This is an immaculate condition. This is the first appearance of Superboy who becomes Superboy, the evil Superboy Prime. His first appearance, DC Comics presents 87. This is during the Crisis storyline and everything. It's just an iconic cover of Superman confront by Barreto. Am I saying that? Barreto is the artist. And I've been wanting to get it for years. And anytime I see it, it can go for I've seen it go for 50, 40. It's a big price. And this was not, I found this in the M section of the store. And this store they have a ton of books. So the M section's 7 different boxes. I was going through it and I was like, whoa. And someone either tried hiding it. I don't even know. But I was happy to grab that. And then this one I thought was an amazing get. This is the book of the haul. Iron Man War Machine 282. They had it for $75, but it was half off. So paid $37.50. It's one of those modern keys I've been wanting to get for a long time. The last one I feel like I really haven't gotten yet, from the 80s, where they, introduced lots of new elements and all that, is Amazing Spider-Man 252 with the black costume. Still need to get my hands on that one. I thought they had this at very fine plus. I would say that's correct. I think, if this got pressed, this would be, a near mint easily. It doesn't really have any color breaking spine ticks or any real damage. It's in really nice condition. I love this cover. I love the text, the War Machine text over this. Been wanting to get this forever. Just, on average, this book can go, I think it's calmed down a bit, but it could go for $100, which I think is I would never pay that. But $37.50, especially with all the other books I got and the deals I was getting, that's how I look at these things too. If I were to just go to the store and buy just this one book, I'd be like, But when I'm finding other books that even with the half off, I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm getting this for even a better deal than that too. And then you add that, and I spend $100 on all the books, and you gotta do then your math. It's a psychological game. Oh, really? I only paid $6 for a book. So whatever. Happy to grab this one. Been wanting to get this one for a long time for the PC. All right, and here's the last book of the haul. This would be considered the best book of the haul, but this thing has seen better days. But I saw this in the bin. Again, this was half off, so I had it for $6. I paid $3 for it. G.I. Joe #1, first print in a newsstand. This is poor, they say GD minus. That's being kind. Now, the cover, the front and back cover are split. They are not, they're separated from the book. The book's in okay condition, the actual book, but man, this is, you know what? I never got a G.I. Joe #1. And I'll be honest with you, I would never spend $150, $100. You could find a decent copy of G.I. Joe #1 for a good price. I just wouldn't, but I saw that with everything else I was getting, and I was like, this is kind of funny. I could tell people I got a G.I. Joe #1. Now, I told you, the first book of this haul, issue 301, and then to get an actual #1, like I said, and kind of talking about, like how I rescued that that Tales of Astonish book. Now, I will say this book, if it was a dog, it would probably be considered legally dead. But I would get it stuffed and mounted. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But the joke is, I don't even know if I could say this is a rescue, because this book is, I don't think it's coming out of the coma. There's no repair. Now, I could get this probably pressed, and it would get a lot of these wrinkles out, but why? The back cover's like taped up, even though, again, it's not connected. Just happy to get it. It's one of those books I wanted as a kid, never got it. It's kind of funny, again, just to get it for like $3. The joke, I'm sure some of you would probably be like, yeah, you overpaid. Who knows? It's fun to have. Maybe one day I'll run into a G.I. Joe #1. Like in the last haul, I got that first Kilowog for $5. And I thought that was an amazing deal. And then I found that first Kilowog in a set in even better condition and paid technically less for it. So I don't think I'm going to get a G.I. Joe #1 for less than $3, and that's better than this. But who knows? Maybe the opportunity will rise, and I'll find a really nice copy of G.I. Joe #1 for a very nice price. But that's the fun of collecting comics and all that, And I'm happy to grab this. It's, like I said, it's kind of fun because I did pick this up like a week before or a couple days before that, and to get this. So, it tells a little story in the haul. So, yeah, I think this was a great haul, like a lot of books that I've been wanting for quite some time. Like I said, this War Machine first appearance, this DC Comics Presents first Superboy Prime. Really happy with this haul, and I hope you're happy with this haul. I enjoy making these videos. I don't get anything for them except, the fun of the hobby and sharing the haul. And maybe informing you of books that you had never heard of or didn't know the value of and everything like that. So if you like these type of videos, hit that like button. If you have any questions on what you saw, leave a comment. That also helps with the YouTube algorithm. Do me a favor, if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button. All right, I'm going to show you a previous video over here, another previous video over there. You're going to hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.